Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a tattoo related video. This one I thought would be kind of fun because in the past I've done videos on piercings that I would never get and, just certain body modifications that I would never get. And I thought this would just be kind of interesting because I feel like these kind of videos, we can really kind of start up a conversation in the comments, and you guys know I absolutely love interacting with you guys and talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the tattoo styles that I would personally never get. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, in the tattoo world, there are many different styles of tattooing. There are many different techniques, different colors, different shading, and some of the styles I personally do not find appealing and are certain styles that I would personally never get on my body. So we're just going to quickly go over those, and then in the comments you guys can tell me if you have any of these styles, what you like about them, what style of tattooing that you would never personally get. And everyone is entitled to like what they like. That's what tattoos are. They are your own personal choice. They are your own personal story. They are your own personal journey. They all tell a story. So don't be ashamed that if you have a style that I talk about that I don't like, that doesn't mean I don't like you. That doesn't mean I think you're ugly. I'm just simply saying tattoo styles that I would personally never get on myself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So as I was kind of doing my research and just kind of going over my personal experience with tattoos, I only have 3 styles that I personally would never get. Everything else I'm pretty open to. I have a pretty open mind when it comes to tattooing. I don't have, there's a lot of people out there that only get traditional tattoos. There's a lot of people out there that only get color. There's a lot of people that only get black and gray. And the first one is watercolor tattoos. So just for an example, I did just pull up this picture right here. I just pulled it up on Google. As you can see, it just kind of looks like a watercolor painting basically, but it's on your skin. It's a tattoo. And I have many different reasons why I personally don't like this style. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's very pretty. I think it's very appealing. When I see someone with a watercolor tattoo, I'm like, wow, that actually looks pretty cool. However, the reason why I personally don't like them is because when you go and get a tattoo, you need to take one thing into consideration, and that is, one, tattoos are very much a forever thing. Once you get a tattoo, that shit isn't going anywhere unless you, one, cover it or get it lasered off. So tattoos are a pretty permanent decision. And another thing you need to consider is tattoo aging, because tattoos don't stay the same. Their integrity doesn't hold over time. Granted, if you go to a really experienced artist, they will hold out better than if you just get like a cheap tattoo. Regardless, your skin is going to age, and a tattoo is in your skin. So therefore, the skin is going to age, the ink is going to fade, the ink is going to stretch, it's going to shrink, whatever the case may be. Tattoos age with you. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. And the reason why I would personally never get watercolor tattoos is because, one, I don't see how they could possibly age well. If you get this watercolor tattoo when you're like 22 and your 60th birthday comes around, are you still going to be able to tell what that is? Because, just looking at all of the different watercolor tattoos, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not all the same. A lot of them lack an outline, and when there is no outline, it can kind of make the tattoo look blurred. It's not very legible. Like this one, for example, that is an absolutely gorgeous watercolor rose. However, what is that going to look like in 30 years? Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to say, nothing's going to look good in 30 years. Who the hell cares? And I get that. I totally understand. But just the legibility of the tattoo is it going to look how you think it is when you're older? You know what I'm saying? So that's personally why I don't find watercolor tattoos appealing for myself, because I have made my fair share of mistakes with tattoos before. I've had an ex's name tattooed on me. I have tattoos that were done in a kitchen. So I'm really not one to talk, but just thinking about the future now that I am older and I don't make those dumb ass mistakes anymore. And another reason is a lot of people nowadays will go and get a tattoo because it's trendy. Like, remember when back in like the 90s and 2000s butterflies were a thing, and, you know, then the infinity symbol. And now I feel like, you know, watercolor tattoos kind of became a trend. You know, they kind of fell into that category. And it's like, are people getting this because they actually like the style and they want a tattoo? Or are they doing it because it's trendy and they want to get a really good Instagram photo? You know what I'm saying? Moving on to the second style of tattooing that I would personally never get is tribal. Good old black ink, very thick tribal. Now, don't get me wrong, I have my own little tribal shark on the back of my ear here, and so I can't really, you know, drag it too much because I do have a tribal piece on myself, but I'm talking about like when people go and get a tattoo and they get an entire sleeve done just full of tribal. Like, me personally, I just feel like that is a huge, huge waste of real estate. Like, if you have a full arm, you can do so much with it. You can get so many beautiful designs. And when people just get full, big, black tribal pieces, I'm just like... Now again, don't get me wrong, some people want that, some people like that look, and again, that's totally fine. But me personally, that is something that I would never ever do to myself. Here's just an example of what I am talking about. Like, do you see, like, I can see so many different and cool designs that could have gone on that arm instead of just a big thing of tribal. Now, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I don't think that looks bad at all. I'm just saying, like, why would you waste all that space? Like, I don't know. It's personally not my thing. I feel like tribal is something that you don't really see anymore. It was very much something that was extremely popular in like the 90s. Everyone had a tribal tattoo, or everyone had, like, you know, a little tribal band around their arm, or they had a tribal piece on their tramp stamp area, or around their ankle, or on their foot. So I just feel like it's very dated to me. Oh, and before we get into the last style of tattooing that I would personally never get, I do want to give you guys an update on my sleeve because it has been quite a while since I've done anything with it. So I still have not gone and gotten my final session. As you can see, I still have this big open part right here that needs to get done. I have a leaf down here that needs to get finished, and we need to finish covering, you know, this little part right here, and we need to do the background in between all of the flowers. So my sleeve is nowhere near done. Don't look at it and be like, wow, that shit's botched, because it's not done. Have had a lot going on since I moved, and money has been a little bit more on the tight side. So I am still planning on getting this done before the end of the year. Once I do go and get my final session, I will do a full video dedicated to my sleeve, talking about cost, paint, all that stuff, but I wanted just to give you guys an update on it because I know a lot of people have been asking about this, if I'm going to leave this blank, which I'm not, because as you can see, it just looks very incomplete with this big empty spot. So I do still have a lot of work to do on it, but I just wanted to put that in this video because I know a lot of people are going to ask. So there you go. Moving on to style number 3. The third style of tattooing that I would personally never get, and this one is probably my least favorite style of tattooing out of all of them. Like, I would probably much rather get watercolor over this one, and that is, and this one's very popular, so a lot of people are going to be like, are you crazy? But that is Japanese style tattooing. Now, these are very, very popular among a lot of people, and the one reason why I do not like them is because I can never tell what the fuck they are. I look at someone with a Japanese tattoo and I'm like, what is that? I kind of have to like squint and turn my head a little bit. Like, I can't read them. They're too cluttered, they're too busy, and I just like, it's way, way too much. So I pulled up this picture. Can any of you tell what this is a tattoo of? Because I sure as hell can't. Or when people have like sleeves, like what even is that? Like, what the hell? Like, I can barely tell what that is. Like, right off the bat, I can see like those Japanese clouds, and I can see like flowers. That's about it. It's too cluttered, it's too busy. And again, I'm not knocking anyone with these styles. These are just styles that I would personally never want on me. Now, I don't really want to say never, because never is kind of a strong word, because I am still pretty young. I do still have quite a bit of open space, like on this arm and on my legs. So, I mean, I don't really want to say never, but I'm almost pretty damn positive that I will never get any of those 3 styles tattooed on me. But that is everything that I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you are new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. Make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos from me. I do upload every 3 to 4 days on this channel. Also, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you go down and give me a huge thumbs up because it really does help me out a lot. But as always, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!